Hello, everyone. I saw an interesting story earlier on. The reason why I will not be reading the story is because it was on someone had copied it, but I didn't see the source. But it's something that triggered or something. I think was it towards the 2023 election. I had spoken about it or asked questions around that particular thing, and that's to say, could there be a relationship between terrorism that we see and some people how do I put it now? Could there be a relationship between all the kidnappings and all of that, and then people, whether who are in politics? Of course, some people have there have been reports of collusion between security agents and these kidnappers and all of that. Are there also collusion between like politicking, like some people who need money? Because let's be very sincere, politics is very expensive, and then will some people go up? Because there's this story that is being told about, okay, let me just look at the story, but maybe what I would not do, I will not mention the name that is there because I've not seen it in the newspaper. So it said they put someone's picture and they say his name is so and so. He's a former senior special advisor on community development to a particular state governor. I'm not going to mention the governor, the state, that he recently resigned in order to contest for House of Assembly to represent his people, that on May 13th, an 8-year-old boy was abducted while coming from a Quranic school. His family were contacted and a ransom of 50 million was requested by the bandits or kidnappers. The price was negotiated and brought down to 17 million, which was paid. After this, the family reached out to the security outfit known as so and so in this particular state. The unit swung into action and started their investigation. The investigation led to the arrest of 6 of the bandits on 23rd of May. The arrest of the 6 led to the arrest of the other member and boss, which is this person who was a former SSA to this governor and then is now running for office. The arrest was on 24th of May. In his house, they found 7.5 million in Ghana must go back, which the security unit believe is his own share of the ransom. They also found the bike used in operation and some other items. However, they said investigation is still ongoing. And when you look at this and you look at the audacity with which terrorists operate in Nigeria, you almost see this collusion and these whole monies that are constantly being called for. Because the kind of money that these terrorists demand, it makes you wonder, when do they think more, when do they have this money? Where is it available that they think, people are just going to be doling out this money? And they force people to go into debt, to sell properties, to do a lot just to be able to raise this money. So that's the question. Where is there a major relationship? Is there something going on? But then at the end of the day, everything comes down to the political will of whoever it is that it's in government, that is heading the government. If there's no political will, nothing will be done as much as people are going on. And for me, that's why I really get angry when I see people trying to gaslight citizens as in making it, oh, it's your criticism, or you are showing negative picture, or you are talking bad. No, it is the failure of the people who are in office, especially those that rigged the election when they knew they could not, secure lives and properties. Those are the major issues, that we should be focused on, that we should be talking about, not trying to gaslight people as if, oh, it is the way the people are behaving that are leading to the terrorists. No, it is the fact that those who are supposed to be in charge of protecting the lives and properties of people have actually not protected the lives and properties of people and have emboldened the criminals to continue to do what they're doing. For every time I think about Chibok girls, 12 years ago, 276 schoolgirls were abducted from their school, and the president, as of that time, did not speak until 19 days after. The Bring Back Our Girls movement were already on the streets, demanding, making the march every day before the president even acknowledged, that abduction happened. His wife came in and was mocking. She was one of those that started alluding to the fact that, oh, there was no abduction. And today, people try to change history and make it look at, oh, she was crying out of empathy. There was no empathy. What she said was that there was no abduction. If there's abduction, if I call you, we do not call, there is God, though. Meaning that, oh, there was nothing, there was no abduction. They were just framing it to frame her husband and all of that. And at the end of the day, she even arrested 2 women that were there. because as they were disrespectful to her, DSS were called in to arrest them. This was in 2014, just 12 years ago. But today, Nigerians change history, change what fits them, because, of course, then they loved the then president. He was ideally, no matter what was being, who were being killed, they didn't matter. They didn't matter to them. They didn't care. It was in the fringes. The thing is that if you don't care about something when it's far away, it will get to you. Because if you care when it is far away, you'll be able to put your voice, and then they will stop it, put a stop to it. But if you don't do that, you leave it, okay, it is the way it is, anyhow, whatever, however. When it then begins to come down to where you are, you will not be able to stop it. It then gets to you. That's why when I hear people say Nigeria will not happen to them, Nigeria will happen to everybody. Every Nigeria will happen to you. If you like run abroad, is it not this Nigeria? Later you will come, Nigeria will be waiting for you. Your loved or something. The only way that Nigeria cannot happen to you is if we put our mouth together, everything, and fix Nigeria, for it not to happen to anyone. But as long as we are not fixing Nigeria, it will happen to all of us. So it is in our business to actually sit down and ensure that we do the right thing so that it doesn't come. We are talking today, abduction of school children have become normal thing. I see people, oh, you know, how they say 2-year-old, they said, you guess what? When 2-year-old were taken in Naija State, that's how we were as a nation. We didn't force the people who are supposed to be in office, who are supposed to protect life. That's why 2-year-old is taken in Oyo. Tomorrow, it can be Kano, it can be Edo, it can be everywhere. It can be our own. It can even be us. That's what happens when you keep quiet and do not ensure that the right thing is done at the time that it is being done. Here we are again. Terrorists come out, they do all sorts of nonsense, say all sorts of nonsense, and they get away with it. And we sit down as citizens. We sit down and just be focusing on whatever it is. But anyway, election is on its way. There's going to be an election again. Yes, next year. In less than 6-7 months, there's going to be an election. This is the time for you to choose those that will protect you and those that will not care about you. The people that have shown you who they are, believe them. If you like, keep making excuses for them and keep saying that when they come back, that's when they will do something. When somebody has done wrong, has not done well, and you bring them or give them opportunity to come again, guess what they will do? They will do worse. That's the part that Nigerians refuse to get. We'll sit down and vote anyhow. Then we'll be praying to God for God to come and do for us. No. Like I've said before, and I will repeat it and I will say it again, God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. If we do not sit down and get this thing fixed for ourselves, do the right thing, the brain that God has given us, let us use it look for the candidates that we know can work for us, and use the hand that God has given us and put it there, and use the body that God has given us to protect the votes. If we don't do any of these things, we'll be there on our own. Thank you so much for watching.